All right, welcome everyone to our opportunity meeting here. My name is Maria Williams, and I look forward to spending the next 30 minutes with you and telling you a little bit about my story and what we have our hands on here. So thank you so much for getting on tonight. I know that we are, let's be honest, we're all stressed out. We're all stressed out, we're scared. We know that when we don't know, right? We don't know, and we're all kind of scared right now. And the best thing we can do is just to do everything possibly that we can to stay healthy through this crisis and help others. And so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our products, what they do, and also share with you the business side of it. Because honestly, I have friends left and right that are struggling, struggling everywhere. Everything is shutting down. And people are looking, and I think, God bless us, we have this amazing medical breakthrough on our hands and the business opportunity together that really go well together, that we can all work from home. So I've been doing this for 10 years, and my journey started really as a health journey. I was looking for something for my health because I worked in a manufacturing plant for over 20-some years. 2007, my blood work was a little off. My doctor sent me to a hematologist concerned, that it could be leukemia or something going on. So that started my health journey, where I'm like, okay, reading up on everything. What can I do to stay healthy? And so started eating better, drinking more water, got off the Diet Cokes. I admit I was a Diet Coke addict, sorry. We all have bad habits, and just trying to to change my life. And then this was around 2007. And then you all remember 10 years ago what was happening? Like right around this time, 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago, the economy was tanking. And it was horrible. My husband's job got eliminated. He had a very great job in Boston and in the insurance industry. And so he found something here in Arizona. So we moved here 11 years ago, and I told them when we moved that I wasn't working. If I could not work, that I would move, but I didn't want to work. The reason was I worked 50, 60, 70 hours a week, and I never saw my kids growing up. And now I was moving to a completely different state, no family, no friends, nobody that could help them. I didn't want to be in that life. Working all those hours and just throwing other people to watch my kids, especially when I didn't know anyone here. So I was home for about a year, and I knew that eventually I would do something. And I was praying. It was the middle of July, beginning of July, I think. And I was praying and asking God, I want to do something, but I don't want to work all those hours. I knew what I didn't want. And I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I know I wanted flexibility. I wanted to be able to be that present mom. I wanted to be able to, be there for them in the morning and work in between. And I didn't know what it was going to look like. And I'm telling you, when you ask, you got to listen though, and you've got to be open. So I hope if you invited on here, it's because a little voice said to you, just go listen. And because this may be for you, right? It may be. So my neighbor came over almost 10 years ago, and she showed me this ABC investigative report that I'm going to show you in a little while, and it blew my mind because I knew all about antioxidants, but they were talking about something totally different. They were talking about your body making its own antioxidant enzymes. At the time, they didn't even know the mechanism of how it worked. That took a year later for them to discover how this was working. It was an NRF2 activator. This was activating our bodies to heal themselves, right? So we're not claiming we treat, cure, and prevent any disease, right? But all we're saying is if you give your body the right tools, let your body do the work. And so I was all in. I definitely wanted to take this product. I didn't know much about this industry. I had never done it. I came from, human resources and manufacturing. And it was, I wish I had learned this when I was in school. I think they should be teaching, network marketing, this type of business to create leveraged income in your life. Because it's amazing. For 10 years now, this is what I've been doing. I've been sharing this with people, right? And I want to tell you something. Every company what network marketing is people sharing something they love, right? I always tell people, if you're looking at this for the first time, if you can fall in love with these products, fall in love with the science, get it, and want to tell people about it. That's all you need. You want to tell people about it. You don't have to know a lot of in-depth science about it. We have lots of medical professionals, but you don't have to know that, because get them on a webinar like this. That's simple. You invite someone to come and look at it, see, it may or may not be for them, and then you get them on a webinar like this where we tell you what it all is and how it all works. And that's all I did. I didn't know anything at the beginning. I was just, what the little I knew, I was getting people to look at the information and then connecting them with more information or with a person that had the information that could explain more how this worked. And that's how I did this. I went out and I talked to hundreds and hundreds of people, lots of customers we get. 90% of our business is all customers. But it was finding a few that saw what we had our hands on and the potential of what it could be, and not afraid to go talk to people about it. And that's how this started to grow. Today, 80,000 people in 10 years. Yeah, it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. Blessing people all over this world with better health and able to make some supplemental income, right? And right now, people need supplemental income. They need something to do, right? Lots of people at home and can't work. This is the best time. We grew this the fastest during the worst economy 10 years ago. And I think history is going to repeat itself. During this crisis that everyone is under, I think we are going to grow like crazy because people need this for their health and they need this for their finances right now. So I really feel that we have a gift, and I hope that it speaks to you. So that's my story. That's how I got started in this. Let's get to some information here. Let me share my PowerPoint with you. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, let it click here in a while. Come on, switch over for me. Cooperate. There we go. So we're going to talk about, I'm going to close this up here so I can move it up. We're going to talk about 3 theories of aging. Oh, you know what? I got to stop this because I don't know. I got to make sure I turn up. Yep, I did turn on the sound. Sorry. I hate when I forget to turn on the sound. And then people are like, I can't hear. So we're going to talk about 3 theories of aging. So biohacking, it's not a negative word. This is actually positive. Biohacking is hacking into your own biology. If you give your body the right nutrition, you can correct gene expression. So Nutrigenomics, that's what it is. It's giving your body the right nutrition. It's hacking into your body, giving it the right biology, the right nutrition, so it can go to work. And there are 3 main theories of aging. I'm going to use the car analogy because for the non-scientific people like me, I think this will connect with you, right? So you have a car, and picture a car that's all rusty, the engine inside, everything's rusty. That car is not going to move, right? So our first product that we're going to talk about, the NRF2 activator, it kind of cleans out that rust. And then once you get rid of the rust on the car, now the engine isn't running. You got to get the engine running. The engine of the body is the mitochondria. So we're going to talk about NRF1 activation, getting that running. And then the computer in the car, which controls the window, the GPS, the car seats, the ignition, even to turn on the car, all of that. That is the third theory of aging, which is the sirtuins, activating those sirtuins, which is just a group of proteins. And we're going to talk about NAD and how it activates that. So we're going to start with, I'm going to show you where this all began and a little bit of the science, and then I'll get back to you and explain to you more. What you're going to see is an ABC investigative report that, I wish my slide would switch here. It's kind of stuck. Come on. Wait a minute. We're going to do it. Okay. Here it is. Okay. So we're going to show you this ABC that they came in to investigate this company, and they couldn't debunk it, right? They come in to debunk companies, not to prove that what they're doing is right. They came in to, yeah, they have a medical breakthrough. Let's see. But pay attention to John Quinones, with the host, when he gives his own blood and what happens to his own blood, and then I'll explain that to you more. So here we go.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. For me, it begins with a blood test.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing. The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. It's called Protandim, and tests have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. So, just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know: green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, Withania somnifera and Silybum marianum, are more exotic. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma, all of these, strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease?
Yes.
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically. Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after. Have we turned back the clock? Maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
We do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. And I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. For more, go to our website at abcnews.com.
LifeVantage began in a lab with a single powerful scientific discovery. A discovery that proved the people around us have more capacity, potential, and ability within them than we have been led to believe. At LifeVantage, we can no longer accept the limits of the human condition. So we began introducing the world to biohacking. The idea that you can be better today than you were yesterday. That you can take control of your own biology, that your health doesn't have to decline as you get older. You don't have to simply accept the hand you've been dealt. In just a few short years, LifeVantage has brought biohacking to the mainstream, shortening the gap between cutting-edge scientific research and the customer. Every day in research labs around the world, we are learning how much more our bodies can do for us if we only flip the right internal switches. So we're creating products that flip those switches. And we're doing it with a dedication to quality and safety and a different approach to selling those products. Sure, we could have gone the expected route, sold our products on big box shelves just like everyone else. In fact, at first we did just that. But we realized something. Our product sales were fueled by word of mouth and personal success stories. not marketing dollars. So we stopped paying big box stores and started paying our customers for what they were already doing, which allowed us to eliminate the gamble of traditional advertising in favor of performance-based payouts. And in the process, we ended up turning biohacking into a movement, empowering women, minorities, and all entrepreneurs to break societal barriers and realize what they're capable of, fueled by the power of a leveraged income. From 127 biohackers when we began to over 1 million in less than a decade. The movement has become a global phenomenon with no signs of slowing down. And our products aren't the only way we're investing in human potential. We're creating hardworking technology using AI, machine learning, and mobility to make it as easy to run a LifeVantage business as it is to take an Uber.
Welcome to the LifeVantage app.
Because of that first profound discovery, we are fiercely dedicated to helping others see what we have seen, to see the immense potential in those around us. It's an inspiring way to see the world. It's why the biohacker movement continues to grow at a blistering pace. It's why giving back to our communities is a fundamental core belief. And it's why in a few short years, we have expanded into 15 countries and counting and grown from one groundbreaking Nutrigenomic product to over 20. It's why we now have relationships with CEOs, sports teams, and influencers. It's why LifeVantage has grown from $3 million in revenue our first year to closing in on $250 million. And it's why we will never stop. Because to change the way the world sees, you can't merely settle for different. You have to be better and engineer a world of potential in the process.
Oh, I never get tired of watching that ABC investigative report. It still gives me goosebumps. So I hope you heard what the doctor said about oxidative stress. That is the key, is we need to reduce oxidative stress in our body because it just does damage all over, right? And that's the main thing that our first product that I'm going to talk about does, is reduce that oxidative stress 40%, average of 40% in 30 days. So this small biotech company started selling this product, discovered it around 2003, started selling it in 2005. The ABC report came in. They got millions of orders, like 5 million orders in a couple of weeks, and they were doing 3 to 4 million in a year. So they could not fulfill those orders, and they lost all that momentum. It's a publicly traded company, and you can go look at the stock. It was a penny stock, and it shot up to over $20, and then over the years, it trickled back down. And then in 2009, almost like a last-ditch effort, the company took it from retail. They used to sell it in stores, just like he said, and switched it to direct sales, right? Which is just people telling people about it. In 2009, and then, like I said, it's publicly traded on NASDAQ. Since 2009, we've been able to take this company to over 200 million in sales, just from people telling their stories, sharing it with friends, family, people they know, in around the world, going globally now. So that's kind of how things evolved. So one of the great things that happened, though, is that so many people saw that ABC investigative report, and so did scientists and researchers. And they knew what they were studying was linked to oxidative stress, so they contacted the company, and they wanted to see what it could do. So I remember when I got started 10 years ago, we had just 6 studies. And today we have over 26 or 28 studies. I can't even keep track. But go to pubmed.gov, pubmed.gov, type in Protandem. You can see all our different studies that are there. You can type in oxidative stress. Go check that out. Go see all the research that's there. Go put in, look on the little bottle, NRF2, put in there NRF2 activation. And look at all the studies. Look at when it was discovered around 1998 till today, how studies are increasing from the hundreds to the thousands a year that are being developed. So from that, we have all these universities that are looking at this product, has done studies. There's pharmaceutical companies right now that are developing drugs that will be NRF2 activators because they see the power of this NRF2 activations, but they're developing drugs, which is good. The more NRF2 activation that's out there, the better, and the more that it can help people. Washington State University said NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and the most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. This is so, so huge because we're not saying it. They're not saying it about our company. They're saying it about nerve to activation in general, being able to activate it because of what it can do in the body. And what's amazing is that we still today have the most potent nerve to activator that's on the market. We haven't found one that can even come close to reducing oxidative stress by 40% on average. So what is this oxidative stress and why should you care? This is why you should care. Think of an apple, right? You cut it, put it on the counter, bananas, they turn brown. That's oxidation, right? That's happening. That happens inside of our bodies, right? It happens because of our environment, everything around it, the pollution, exposures to toxins, chemicals, herbicides, pesticides, all that stuff, all the chemicals that are out there, unfortunately. They make our lives easier, but they hurt our bodies, unfortunately. And that's what's happening. Our cells, if you look at that cell, the cells are breaking down and they're getting attacked. The middle picture shows attacked by free radicals. So we always think free radicals and antioxidants. And I'm going to show you a picture in a second, the difference in that. But when you get an abundance, lots and lots of free radicals, that's called oxidative stress, right? It's another stress on our body. And that's what it does for the cell. Do you think that cell is working as well as the normal cell? It's not. That's why you should care about this. That's why we all need to be on this right now. We need to be as healthy as possible, right? Because what's coming? This is what I wanted to talk about, direct antioxidants, one-to-one here. So yes, antioxidants are good, and you should eat all your fruits and your vegetables. Your meals should look like this: fruits, vegetables, colorful, right? It's great, but fruits and vegetables give us one molecule of an antioxidant. They will destroy one molecule of my brain just went totally blank on me. Antioxidant and free radicals, sorry. So one molecule of antioxidant where we will, see, anybody can do this if I can do this. We'll destroy one free radical and the body eliminates it. What nerve to activation does, it turns on. It's like flipping the switch. It's flipping the switch in your body, and it acts like a thermostat, right? So it doesn't just switch it on, right? People say, well, too much of this may not be good for you. Well, it doesn't work that way. It's a thermostat. If your body, so it turns it on and it makes your body's own antioxidant enzymes. But those enzymes like SOD, the one that Dr. Joe McCord discovered, can neutralize 1 million free radicals per second, every second of the day. That is the big difference. So works like a thermostat because as your body needs it, it turns up. If your body doesn't, if you're healthy and things are going well, then it just regulates to where you need it. So you've got that in there that it's pulsating and working as your body needs. And that's really important because you can over supplement, right? And you're not over supplementing here because your body's in control. Your body's using whatever it needs and it's turning on whatever genes that it needs to turn on and turning off genes that don't need to be turned on. That's basically in a nutshell what it does. So this is getting rid of that rust on the car. Remember I talked about this is what this is doing, is getting rid of that rust in the car. And we have 2 studies I want to, one study that I want to go over with you, which is the National Institute on Aging study. That's, they've been doing this study for about 20 years, and 10 years into it, Dr. Joe McCord submitted our product in there. And this study was all about seeing if they could extend, what could extend lifespan. And they tested thousands and thousands of supplements. Not one of them showed any significance that it could extend lifespan, except for Tandem, the Nerf NRF2 Synergizer. The only product of the thousands and thousands that they studied that showed that it could extend lifespan on male mice. And so we have 2 special significant certifications, the NSF and the BSCG, meaning that professional athletes can take this, Olympians, there's no steroids, no performance enhancing things in it that, that they can't take. And what's incredible about this is that there's only about 40 products listed in this category that athletes can take, and we're one of those 40s. There are millions of different supplements out there, and there's only 40 approved that athletes can take and know that it's safe, and they're not gonna test positive in anything. And we've got one of those products. So, I mean, that just amazes me, having all these certifications on top of it and the studies. So then quickly, why not just take the ingredients that are in it, right? Why not take turmeric, green tea, bacoba, ashwagandha, and turmeric, a milk thistle? Why not take those individually? They're all NRF2 activators. I think most antioxidants do activate this pathway, this NRF2 pathway, but this is the key and the big secret, right? Or the big discovery, not secret now, we're trying to not make it a secret. The big discovery is that the way it was put together, the synergy of the way it works together, it's 1,800% more effective. So I said to my friend who was taking turmeric, I said, would you like 1,800% more effectiveness in the turmeric you're taking? And she looked at me like, you're not taking 1,800% more, because it would actually be too toxic for your body. It's the synergy of these 5 together that turn on this NRF2 activation 18-fold. And it's the perfect recipe. And that's why we have patents on this product. That's why it's protected. You can't go patent green tea, but that's why we've got a patent on it. Our second breakthrough, and I talked to you about, so now the engine of the cell. What is the engine of the cell? It's the mitochondria, right? That's what gives you energy to your cells so your cells can run, right? The car is not going to move with that engine. It isn't running. Well, we developed NRF1 several years after the NRF2 breakthrough. We developed NRF1, and this improves the mitochondria, and it repairs the mitochondria and makes more mitochondria. It kind of slows that aging process in the mitochondria. And then we went on to our third breakthrough, which is sirtuins. So sirtuins, like I said, are a set of proteins in your body. And what's out there on the market right now, the competitors that we've looked at, they only increase the sirtuin activity by 2%. We increase it by 100% in 24 hours. The only other natural way to come close is that 94% that you see, that CR is caloric restriction, is by fasting, right? And by fasting, you can increase your production by 94%, but you can't do that continually fast. You can't do that because you're not going to get the right nutrients in your body. You're going to make yourself sick. But if anyone that's fasted, remember the 3rd, 4th, 5th day, it's like you're starving the first, second day, you're tired, you've got no energy, and then all of a sudden, between that 3rd and 5th day, you just get this burst of energy and you feel amazing. You get this mental clarity, I hear people say, and just feel great all over. Well, that you feel that way because your body went into survival mode. Your body felt like, oh my God, they're starving us and we're going to die. We need to make more NAD. So it naturally increases the production of NAD to survive, to not let you die. Well, you can't live without NAD. You run out of NAD, you're gone, right? And so this is what this does. Our NAD synergizer is increase that production and gets that sirtuin activity increased by 100% in 24 hours. That is pretty incredible. This is the NAD. It helps with mental focus, supports positive mood. That's what people are reporting, this clarity, concentration, energy, mental and physical energy. It helps support healthy inflammation response, helps maintain cholesterol levels, and helps support your healthy vascular system. This product, and so is the NRF1, I don't know if I mentioned, all of our products, all of these 3 are approved by the Banned Substance Control group also. So, you know, each individually is pretty phenomenal, right? But together, the results are incredible. The results are way, way better, exponentially better. So let's just look at Protandim, the first bar here. Remember I said Protandim alone can decrease oxidative stress by 40%. Well, the 3 of them together can do that by 78%. So by measuring a specific gene, it can increase that detoxification, that antioxidant enzyme by 78%, so lowering that, right? Look at this one here, the inflammatory response from 51% with the tri-synergizer, 848%, that's over 1,500% increase, the three of them working together. So the tri-synergizer, I mean, that's what you need for full body, staying healthy, maintaining good, healthy levels of everything that you want to maintain. So we've bundled, we have a couple of other products that I'm going to go through really quickly. We try to look at whatever we bring on next. We try to look at all our products. How can we be better than anything that's on the market? How can we, really be outstanding? And we've packaged some of these together, and we've gotten awards for them. All our products have free shipping, so you can choose your level of biohacking. A lot of different bundles that you can put together here. One of the bundles has probiotics in it, right? Probiotics are huge. Your gut, the healthy gut, I just did an interview today with a naturopath on his thing is fix the gut and solve your health, right? You have to have a healthy gut. Unfortunately, we put a lot of junk into our gut that, doesn't help us. So what's different about our BioHACK? I'm going to talk just about the differences of our products. What's different is our probiotic has a BioHACK, and it's a vegetable coating on it. All our products are green, clean, non-GMO, gluten-free, organic as possible, or wild-crafted. So this vegetable coating on it allows the probiotics to actually make it past your stomach acid and get into your gut, because that's where you want it to get into, is the gut. No, over 60% it survives and gets into the gut. Normal probiotics out there without BioHACK, only 4% get into your gut. So then omega, we wanted, okay, let's come out with the fish oil. So what we did in our fish oil, it's loaded with omega-3s because we don't get enough omega-3s. And it has vitamin D3 in it. So it has the normal dose of vitamin D3, the daily dose that's recommended for you. Right now, doctors are saying even get more right now because of, protecting our bodies right now. So, and go get some sun, right? I know about social distancing, but go out there and get sun, go walk around, go get fresh air. All of that is still, we can do that kind of stuff. We need to. And then we developed Axio, which is brain food. It's literally, it was made to be an energy drink, but we just seen it do so much more than just give energy. I'm drinking that right now, right? Love my Axio. So it helps with focus, concentration. There's great stuff in it that help with that, so it does way more than give energy. And it's not an energy and then a crash. It is you feel good, you feel energetic, and it's a sustained energy that you feel. And we have decaf and caffeinated options. Then we took the NRF2 activation and we put it into skincare, we put it into hair care, we put it even into a pet product, and then into some weight management with a prebiotic there too, and a nice, clean, great whey protein and a fat burner. I love the fat burner. That helps with the burning the fat and giving you energy also. So that's our line of products. We don't have hundreds and hundreds of products, and there are really a lot of them based on all of that NRF2 activation science and where could we expand it to. But so if you're looking at this and you're thinking of people that need to hear about this, like I was, my second question was, once I looked at it and and looked at the science and saw the science, my next question was, who knows about this, right? And we are, this bell curve is a business bell curve, and it just shows where, you want to, in real estate, it's all about location, right? Where you're located, the price of your house can fluctuate and almost double. In business, it's about timing, right? When you get in. Does everybody know about this? No, nobody knows about this. And I've been doing this for 10 years. I remember when I started, I was so naive. I thought, because this was so good and I knew all about antioxidants, I thought everybody was going to know about this, so I ran hard, and here we are 10 years later, and we're just scratching the surface, right? We're just scratching the surface of getting this into people's hands. But if you are an early adopter, if you're seeing this and you're seeing the potential of where this can go, like we all saw this, where this could go, and we wanted to be part of it. And if you want to be part of it, then this is the best time to join and be part of this, because you want to be ahead of that wave before that wave comes, right? When that wave comes and it starts taking you, you want to cast that net. You want to have, build your team and have people out there talking about it, and spreading that. And you want to, because that's where the biggest potential is going to be. And I saw an interview with a doctor, and she was talking about that new things to market that her professor told her that new things to market and get branded take medical things, right? And especially natural things take 30 to 50 years. I'm like, what? 30 to 50 years. Here I thought in 1 year everybody was going to know about this, and here I am 10 years later and still nobody knows about it. And so imagine 30 to 50 years, right? But you don't want to wait that time. You don't want, because every day someone else is talking to somebody that you may know, right? Every day, that timing is the only thing that keeps getting worse here, because more and more people know about it, right? But today is the right time to get involved in this, especially with what's going on out there, which, I've mentioned already. But how do you get started, right? So it's $50 to start this business. And then you pick a pack that you want, right? So the $50 plus the pack is, you have a silver pack for $350, a gold pack for $650, or a platinum pack for $1250. The platinum pack is going to be your best savings, your most savings, your best option. I think it's the best option because you have the most savings. You have around 25 to 30% savings on that product because there's lots of product in there. So it's your best option for you to get lots of products so you can start taking it, get it into the hands of loved ones, use it as samples, sell what comes in your pack. I did a little bit of all of it, right? I got my pack, I got whatever, came in for our family to use, and I sold some of it. I gave out some to family, gave out some as samples to get people trying it. And this is a one-time cost, is because you're starting a business. You're starting this business, but I'm going to show you the income disclosure. Imagine spending, $1,000 on a business, because you can't do that out there, right? $1,250 on a business, and be able to make, from supplemental income to working hard at this like anything else, and getting this product in the hands of people to wherever you want to go with this, and work as hard as you want to get to where you want to go and fulfill some of those dreams and things you want in life. So we have 6 different ways to get paid. I'm not going to get into all of them and bore you to death. Know that when someone orders the first time, whether it's a distributor or customer, you can get up to 30 to 40% on that first order, and then after that is an average of 5%. One of the things that I love is that there's global revenue. You may have heard of profit sharing. We have global revenue sharing. So meaning that you're here in the US or wherever you are. I saw some Australian people out there. But wherever you're working in building, right? Once you get to a certain level in the company, 7, 8, 9, and 10, we go from 1 to 10, and you hit those levels, you can get a little piece of that from everyone in the company, even people and customers of mine from 10 years ago that are still customers. You can get a little percentage of that. That's what global revenue is. So while you're at home sleeping and someone's selling, a product on the other side of the world, you can get a little piece of that. I don't know any other company that has anything like that. So we're building as a network of consumers and a network of distributors. Two different networks, right? Some people just want to be customers, and that may be you, and that's fine. Others see the potential and want to get involved. They want to share this, right? Some people just want to share it to make some part-time income, enough to pay for their products, right? I got started in this. I just wanted to make some part-time income. I wanted to make a little bit of supplemental income so I could go back home, see my mom and dad, so I could get my son the sneakers that he wanted, little things in life, right? Not, anything outrageous, but I put my nose to the grind here, and I went to work, right? I rolled up my sleeves and I started telling everybody about it. I know there's a cliche out there, if you came within 3 feet of me, and if you came around me, I'm going to start a conversation with you. And, I'm going to listen. If I find a need, I'm going to say, hey, I've got something that you may want to take a look at. That need may be just, you've got something going on. You're tired, you're run down, right? You don't have any focus. You're looking for something like that. I'm going to say, okay, that's a need. Hey, I've got something. Why don't you take a look at it? Or it could be my restaurant just shut down. My bar just shut down. Everywhere. Today my husband went to go get my dad a birthday gift and the store was closed, but they had a big sign, order it and we'll come out and give it to you. I'm like, oh my goodness. What is, this is life right now that we have to deal with, right? And people are looking for online businesses, and we have a low cost, low risk, right? What's your risk? You're getting all product with that. If you get that pack and you decide, hey, this isn't for me, you didn't lose any money because you just got probably 3 to 4 months of amazing products to put in your body and to stay healthy, right? At a 30% discount. So it's very low risk. And work from home. People are looking to work from home. What can I do? How can I generate some extra income? I feel empowered right now, and I feel that it's my obligation to listen to people and to go and tell them about this. Just, it may or may not be for them, but here's the information. Does it speak to them, right? If it does, come on, we're here to help you. So how much do people get paid per 1 to 3, per run 2 and 3 from part-time income here? You can see, keep working it, keep sharing it, keep finding leaders, 4, 5, and 6, between 1,000 to 6,000. That is 85% of Americans. This is their average income right now, and it's being cut down right now also. And then 7, 8, 9, and 10, some bigger, you found your leaders, and now your leaders are developing and are growing. 7, 8, 9, and 10 here, from 12,000 a month, 24, 48,000, 100,000 a month. I'm a pro 9 in the business. I feel extremely blessed. But it was because I went out and did the work. I went out and talked to people. I went out and met people. I went out and talked to family, friends, everyone. Just showed them the information and let them fit in where they want to fit in, right? That's all we've done. So that's it. So please get back to the person that invited you on here to this presentation. If this resonated with you, get back to them, let them know. It has been my honor to be with you tonight, to share this information. Hopefully some of it has spoken to you and you want to share this with the world like we have been doing and like we continue to do and like we will continue to do, especially now through this difficult time. So thank you so much for being on, everyone, and have an amazing rest of your night.